Did you know that in ancient Athens, there was a special word for people who exploited the justice system just to make money? They were called sycophants. And no, back then, it didn't mean a flatterer. Quite the opposite. In classical Athens, being called a sycophant could destroy your reputation. These men were feared, hated and sometimes even admired for their cunning. By the 5th century BC, a sycophant was someone who frequently brought frivolous or false legal charges, using the courts not for justice, but for profit. You see, in Athens, any male citizen could bring a lawsuit, even if he wasn't directly involved. This opened the floodgates to public prosecutions graphi, where the reward could be a portion of the fine, public fame, or even a bribe to drop the case. The system was democratic, but dangerously open to abuse. He wasn't a lawyer, he wasn't a victim. He was a legal predator, hunting for lawsuits the way wolves hunt for prey. Sycophants made a business of accusation. They target the wealthy or powerful, sometimes fabricating charges, other times exploiting minor infractions. If they lost a case, no problem, just move on to the next. If they won, they took a cut of the fine. Sometimes, they didn't even intend to go to trial. The mere threat of prosecution was enough to shake loose a bride. Comic poet Aristophanes called them wolves in the courts, sniffing out lawsuits like blood. The word sycophants is a bit of a mystery. It seems to come from Sycon fig and feign to show literally, fig shar, but what does that even mean? Folk theory. Athens once banned fig exports. People who ratted out illegal fig traders or nicknamed sycophants. Over time, the word grew to mean anyone making petty or malicious accusations. Scholarly view. Fig may have been metaphorical, symbolizing secrets, shame, or contraband. The sycophant, then, was someone who exposed things whether or not they were true. By classical times, the meaning was clear. A professional accuser, a courtroom extortionist. Sycophants were widely despised. Aristophanes mocked them in his plays: ragged cloaks, glid toms, greedy hearts. Orators like Demosthenes warned citizens, beware the sycophant who sues not for justice, but for gain. The Athenians didn't sit idle. They passed laws to punish sycophants. If you lost a case and got less than 20% of the jury's vote, you paid a fine. Do it too often, you could be banned from bringing future cases. Defendants could even countersue for sycophantia, accusing you of malicious prosecution. And yet sycophants persisted. Why? Because Athens had no professional police, no public prosecutors. Justice was in the hands of the people, and sometimes the sycophants did uncover real crimes. The line between whistleblower and opportunist was razor thin. Even Athens' greatest minds weren't safe. Socrates was accused of corrupting the youth and impiety. Many believe the charges were politically motivated, a form of sycophantic persecution. He was sentenced to death in 399 BC. Themistocles, the naval hero of Salamis, was brought down by rivals accusing him of treason. He was ostracized, then exiled, another casualty of weaponized lawsuits. Over time, the meaning of sycophant changed. Today, it means a servile flatterer. But in modern Greek, it still carries the older meaning, a malicious accuser. In ancient Athens, the sycophant was more than a trickster. He was a symbol of how democracy can be twisted by those who know the rules too well. He turned justice into a hustle. He made the law a marketplace, and somehow became part of history. Maybe he'd even be proud his name lives on, even if we're still not quite sure what it originally meant.